Hello everyone. Without wasting our time, let's start with a new session which is based on gear nomenclature. A gear is made up of several parts. Let us now look at these and the associated terms such as gear tooth, tooth space, outside circle or addendum circle, root circle or dedendum circle, pitch circle, face of the tooth, flank of the tooth, profile of the tooth, crest, tooth fillet, circular tooth thickness, space width, circular pitch, addendum, dedendum, full depth, working depth, clearance, pitch point, pitch line, backlash, line of action, pressure angle, module, center distance and contact ratio. In the enlarged figure, you can see pressure angle, center line, base circle, pitch point, pitch circle, line of action, face width, top land, flank, bottom land, fillet radius, clearance, working depth, hole depth, clearance circle, circular tooth thickness, center distance, pitch circle, dedendum or root circle, outside or blank diameter, pitch circle diameter, pitch circle radius, and many more. So let's start with basic terms of gear nomenclature. Gear tooth. What is gear tooth? Projections on the gear wheel is known as gear teeth. Tooth space. What is tooth space? Space between two adjacent teeth in which tooth of another gear meshes is known as tooth space. Addendum circle. What is addendum circle? It is also known as outside circle. It is an imaginary circle passing through the top crest of each tooth of the gear. The diameter of this circle is known as outside diameter or blank diameter. Dedendum circle. What is dedendum circle? It is also known as root circle. It is the circle passing through the bottom of the teeth of a gear. The diameter of this circle is known as root diameter. Pitch circle. What is pitch circle? It is an imaginary circle through the pitch points having its center at the axis of the gear. This represents an equivalent friction wheel transmitting power without slip. It is an imaginary circle approximately halfway down the tooth of the gear. It represents the friction cylinder which was replaced by the gear. The diameter of this circle is known as pitch circle diameter or pitch diameter. The diameter pitch of a gear is the number of teeth per inch of pitch diameter. Face of the tooth. What is face of the tooth? It is the part of the active tooth surface which is above the pitch circle or pitch surface. Flank of the tooth. What is flank of the tooth? It is the part of the active tooth surface lying below the pitch circle up to the bottom of the tooth. What is profile of the tooth? The curve forming the active tooth surface is called the profile of the gear tooth. What is tooth fillet? The radius that connects the root circle to the profile of the tooth is known as fillet. What is circular tooth thickness? It is the thickness of the gear tooth measured along the circumference of the pitch circle. It is half the circular pitch. Space width. What is space width? It is the width of the toothpaste between two adjacent gear tooth measured along the circumference of the pitch circle. It is half the circular pitch. Now what is circular pitch? It is the distance measured along the circumference of the pitch circle from a point on one tooth to a corresponding point on the adjacent tooth. Addendum. What is addendum? The radial height of the tooth from pitch circle to the top of the tooth is called addendum. Dedendum. What is dedendum? The radial depth from the pitch circle to the bottom of the tooth space is called dedendum. What is full depth? It is also known as tooth height. The radial distance from outside circle to root circle is called full depth. Working depth. What is working depth? The greatest depth to which a tooth of one gear extends into the tooth space of mating gear is called working depth. Clearance. What is clearance? The radial distance from the top of the tooth to the bottom of the tooth space in the mating gear is called clearance. Pitch point. What is pitch point? The point of contact of two pitch circles of mating gear is known as pitch point. What is pitch line? The line of contact of two pitch circles of mating gears. And what is interference in involute gears? The phenomena when the tip of a tooth undercuts the root on its mating gear is known as interference. It occurs when center distance between gears is too small. Interference may only be prevented if the addendum circles of the two mating gears cut the common tangent to the base circles between the points of tangency. Backlash. What is backlash? The distance on pitch circle through which a gear can be rotated to bring its non-working tooth surface in contact with the teeth of mating gear is called backlash. The difference between the tooth space and tooth thickness of mating gear is backlash. What is line of action? The teeth of gears in mesh contact each other along the common tangent to their base circles. The path is referred to as line of action. As this is the common generators to both the involutes, the load or pressure between the gears is transmitted along this line. Pressure angle. Now what is pressure angle? The angle between the line of action and the common tangent to the pitch circles is known as pressure angles, which is denoted by theta. Diameter of base circle is PD into cos theta, where PD is pitch diameter in mm. Module. We have generally heard about module. So what is module? It is the length of the pitch diameter per tooth. Module is given by pitch diameter in millimeter divided by number of teeth on the gear, where it is denoted by small m. That is, small m is equal to PD by n, or small m is equal to OD by n plus 2. Where small m is module, which is measured in mm, PD is pitch diameter in mm, n is number of teeth on the gear, OD is outside diameter in mm. Center distance. What is center distance? It is the distance between the centers of two mating gear. It is obtained by adding two pitch circle diameters and dividing the sum by 2. Means center distance is equal to pitch diameter 1 plus pitch diameter 2 divided by 2. What is contact ratio? The contact ratio represents the average number of teeth meshing at the same time. If only one tooth is in contact 50% of the time and two teeth during the other 50%, then the contact ratio is 1:5. Here you can see the different type of formulas which is used in gear, which include pitch circle diameter, outside diameter, addendum, dedendum, full depth, working depth, clearance, backlash, center distance, circular pitch, tooth thickness. The table here shows expressions for various terms associated to gear. The number of teeth on the pinion in order to avoid interference may be obtained from the following relation. TO equals to 2AW divided by G under root 1 plus 1 by G, 1 by G plus 2 sin square phi minus 1, where AW is the fraction by which the standard addendum for the wheel should be multiplied. G is the gear ratio or velocity ratio, which is equals to TG by TO or DG by DP. Phi is the pressure angle or angle of obliquity. TP and TG are the number of teeth on pinion and gear. and DP and DG are the PCD of pinion and gear. Phi is the pressure angle or angle of obliquity. N is the number of teeth and M is the module in millimeter. That's all about today's session. Hope so now you know about gear nomenclature. In my next session I will discuss about gear trains. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel. Thanks for your patience.